What's going on, guys? So I know it has been months since I've posted my last video, and I know I owe you guys a mouse video, which I actually have all 3 of them right here. The problem is I made about 6 of them before I filmed that video, and I think I got 5 of them, the last 5 or 4 or 5 of them, all to swim perfectly fine. And then for some reason, all of them sink, even though I thought I did the same weight and everything was fine. So I got to drill out some weight on these in order to finish that video. So that will happen in due time. But I got a couple other things I'm working on. So one of the things I'm going to try to do, we'll see how it goes this week, and you guys can let me know what you think. I'm out here almost every single night working on something, and then every time I get whatever it is done, I'm always like, man, I should have made that a video. So what I'm thinking is every night I come out here and work, I'm just going to film whatever it is I'm doing. I'm going to edit that into that day's video. So it'll actually probably be delayed by a day, or it might be delayed by a week. I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but either way, I'm going to record whatever it is I'm doing and cut it into either a 3-minute video or a 40-minute video and post it. That way, you guys can see what I'm working on weekly. I'm getting content pushed out, and then of course, we'll still do the full-length, normal, long videos that you guys like. Speaking of which, I just got done filming this one the other day, and I've got to clear coat it, and that's going to be a full-length normal lure painting video. As you know, I like to let my baits sit overnight or for a couple days before I clear coat them. So which brings me to tonight, which I should have filmed this last night, but I didn't. You know my giant glide baits? Let me show you. Here's one of them I've been working on. This is glide bait number 7. Which actually didn't work worth a crap. I had it way too heavy, but that's okay. That's the whole point, and that's the process that I love doing on these videos. I do have, hold the pen. I do have number 6 right here, which did work really well. Number 5 worked pretty good. I actually got it finished last night and gave it to a buddy today, along with a slightly smaller version of this. And that's what led me to the idea of making videos, because I was out here last night working on them, trying to get them finished so I could bring them to him today. I was like, dang, should have filmed that and shown you guys what I was working on. So, what I'm doing tonight, aside from clear coating that bait for the lure painting video, is working on a smaller version of the giant glide bait I just showed you. So they're about 7 inches once they're finished. And if you've seen my other video, where I made one of my little wooden lipless crankbaits. If you guys seen that video, how I laser cut them, I'm doing the same thing, only I'm making a giant glide bait. And this glide bait just so happens to be for my buddy Matt, which you guys have seen in all of my videos. He's actually one of the main reasons I started making giant glide baits. So what I'm doing tonight is going to go ahead and glue the rest of the pieces together. With the knowledge, if you've seen the other video, if not, I will link it in the description below so you can go check it out. I do have a question for you guys. Maybe you can answer this. This is one of those things that probably doesn't matter, but I'm also curious. There's 2 things when you're using wood glue, which is what I'm using to put these together. One thing says when you're using wood glue that you should have a smooth surface, which these are extremely smooth pieces of wood. Now, I've also seen before where people will score it or put like hex slashes in there. And I feel like for this type of wood, or it being this smooth, that helps because the wood glue can kind of soak into those grooves, and you'll get a stronger joint. So you guys let me know what you think or how you do it. Either you put the little hex lines in there or you don't. I feel like when there's a little bit of texture there, it makes for a better bondage between the 2 pieces. So in this one, I'm going to go ahead and do that. But if there's a bunch of comments saying, nope, smooth is better, then from here on out, I'll go smooth. I'm using just some pretty basic wood glue. Nothing fancy. There's what I'm talking about as far as the little hex lines. Just in there. So again, I don't know if that makes for a better joint or a bad joint. So I'm going to go ahead and get this glued and clamped together. What I'm going to do is do about half the bait. So I'm going to have the top half of the bait. I'm going to glue those 2 pieces together and then glue these other 3 pieces together. That way we can go back in tomorrow night once the wood glue is cured, and then we'll be able to add the weight. Okay, so don't have enough clamps to glue all the pieces I was hoping to glue tonight, but that leads me to something else I want to show you guys and why I think this style of video is perfect. I've made a lot more of these big baits than I have the small ones, so I made this whole jig deal that I don't know what these clamps are called. If anybody wants to know, I'll put the link in the description. I'll have to look on Amazon. But these clamps mount to the board, and then I can glue all the pieces down at the exact same time. And you can get good pressure on it as well, so you're not having a whole bunch of little bitty clamps on it. But basically a jig to glue all my pieces of wood together at the same time. So there you have it. Another 10-inch glide bait ready to be sanded. And then this one, I currently have tape holding the 2 pieces together. That way I can still separate it once it's sanded and add the weights and hardware or whatever else I need to do. But this is my solution for all the clamps. I just haven't made a jig like this yet for my smaller glide bait. But if you do glue a lot of pieces together, I recommend getting something similar to this because it makes it way easier, and you get way more pressure on the actual bait itself compared to what I do with those little wood clamps. But that's still a test bait, so I'm not that worried about it. On to the next part. So the other thing that I wanted to mention to you guys, or show you guys something new I'm trying, and we'll learn together if it works. The Alumilite UV clear coat, I started having issues with. I didn't notice it right out of the gate, but it seemed like after the baits sat for a while, they became a little bit tacky. And that's slightly concerning, especially if you plan on selling baits, which you're eventually. I want to sell these giant glide baits I have, but I don't want the clear coat to fail. I've read online, I've seen a million posts about, I think you say it, Atomico, is that how you say it? Atomico 9500 with the HH7603 hardener, which I did do I did 2 tests. First one, remember, I don't know if you were following me on Instagram, with the Instagram post I did the other day where I said I'm back in the studio painting stuff and had a really juicy photo of a beautifully painted fishing lure. Yeah, I screwed up that bait really bad. I was trying the clear coat and it definitely did not do a good job on it. Bait's still pretty, definitely still fishable, but I got orange peel really bad. I don't know if you guys, I think you can see it, all the little bumps in there. So compared to my normal clear coating job with like a 2-part resin epoxy, this one's kind of botched, but that's okay because I know a guy with a big beard that'll still fish with it. Then my test bait, I clear coated that one with it, and it looks beautiful, and I'm very happy with it. However, right now I don't have a proper spray booth system set up for it, so I'm literally standing right here by my door, spraying it outside with the fan on, which also isn't the greatest thing ever, but for the moment it works. So clear coat, I'm still using the 2-part epoxy, the UV hardener Promise epoxy. Still using that on the lure turner, which is sitting over here. I have a video on the lure turner if you guys want to see that. I can leave it linked in the description. But I wanted to try the Atomico spray clear coat because I got all these awesome blanks from Barlow's Tackle, like these guys, which we've done a video painting like that pike pattern. We've done those before, but then I've also got these monster baits like the giant carp. I've got literally a ton of baits right here, but a lot of them either have a ton of joints and or they're huge, which makes clear coating with a 2-part resin or a UV resin kind of difficult in my opinion. So I was looking for an alternative that I could spray on the giant baits or the ones that have a whole bunch of joints. This bait is another one of Barlow's blanks that I did do the 2-part resin epoxy on there, and the clear coat looks absolutely beautiful. but it was a total nightmare trying to brush the clear coat on each little spot. If I didn't get it perfect, it was going to cause a problem. So that's what I'm going to try the Tomaco. I'm probably definitely saying that wrong. The 9500. If any of you guys have any experience with that, let me know. If it's a horrible experience, maybe go easy on me so I don't feel bad for just dropping $100 on a new type of clear coat. But I think for tonight's video, that's all. I just wanted to mention to you guys my idea, tell you about the clear coat. That way you know I'm trying another one, and then kind of get this whole series started. I'm hoping I can get in a good groove of filming these and get a little bit more content per night produced. So tomorrow night's video, we will be sanding and doing some more work on that glide bait. And I think I'm probably going to go ahead and wait until tomorrow night to clear coat that other bait. I do want to show you guys that on camera. So thank you guys for watching this one. Hopefully, like I said, I can get in a good groove of putting these together. I think I'll get slightly better at it. And then maybe we can get the videos to where basically in real time you guys see what I'm working on, and there'll be a lot more exciting things. I have a million ideas. I give myself headaches with ideas that I have. So thank you for bearing with me on this one, as it's all awkward and I'm trying to get it figured out again. There will be a new lure painting video coming out once we get that clear coated, and I'll get that video edited. Thank you guys for watching. I will catch you in tomorrow night's video.